So I was at an interesting seminar today, and I'm going to preface it by saying I'm not a lawyer. This was given by a lawyer. I'm going to give a shout out to Diraj. You can pause the video if you want to pick up his information. So people ask me when, especially now things are happening, sometimes deals aren't closing, sometimes financing isn't coming through on closing date, and people say, hey, I get to keep the deposit, right? These are the sellers who are asking about, can I keep the deposit? The answer is sometimes, and it's really not an easy answer. There are only 4 ways that the deposit gets released, because we normally hold the deposits. The real estate company holds the deposits, and we are what we call trustees, and we're governed by a trustee act as well as the Real Estate and Business Brokers Act. So we just can't give money out. So the ways that closings can happen or money gets released, that the deal does happen and we are allowed to release the money. That's the first thing. Second thing is if the deal doesn't happen and both sides agree that there's a mutual release and they sign a mutual release, that can happen. In that mutual release, again, it kind of is not so straightforward. They can consent to give you the money. They can say, the buyers who aren't closing can say, we don't want to give you the money, and then you're going to have to go to court, which is a nice little segue to the third way, which is a court order. And a court can order that money released, and the brokerage can do it. And the fourth way is, and this is what Diraj was talking about, is that sometimes when you can't close, whether it's through financing or something happened and you need a delay or you need an extension and they negotiate an extension, the lawyer will negotiate an extension for you. Then in the extension, the lawyer can say, we are going to give you the extension, but in case it doesn't happen after the extension period, that all the money gets released. So it's not necessarily a given, but it can happen. And you're going to have to go to court for it. And it usually takes 3 or 4 months. There's really no time frame, but when I was talking to Diraj, he was saying that 3 or 4 months is about how long it's going to take. So that's the quick answer. Again, I will say, if you do ever run into this problem, consult your lawyer, and always feel free to call me, and I'm always here for advice.